We can live more abundantly every time we breathe. If we consciously breathe with that intention, the if is a very important condition in this case, as the intention governs the attention, and without the attention, you can secure only the results which everyone else secures. That is a supply equal to the demand. 21. In order to secure the larger supply, your demand must be increased. And as you consciously increase the demand, the supply will follow. You will find yourself coming into a larger and larger supply of life, energy, and vitality. 22. The reason for this is not difficult to understand, but it is another of the vital mysteries of life which do not seem to be generally appreciated. If you make it your own, you'll find it one of the greatest realities of life. 23. We are told that in him we live and move and have our being. And we are told that he is a spirit, and again that he is love, so that every time we breathe this life, love, and spirit. This is pranic energy or prana ether, and we could not exist a moment without it. It is the cosmic energy. It is the life of the solar plexus. Every time we breathe, we fill our lungs with air and at the same time vitalize our body with this pranic ether, which is life itself, so that we have the opportunity of making a conscious connection with all life, all intelligence, and all substance. 25. A knowledge of your relation and oneness with this principle that governs the universe and the simple method whereby you can consciously identify yourself with it gives you a scientific understanding of a law whereby you may free yourself from disease, from lack, or limitation of any kind. In fact, it enables you to breathe the breath of life into your own nostrils. 26. This breath of life is a superconscious reality. It is the essence of the I am. It is pure being or universal substance, and our conscious unity with it enables us to localize it and thus exercise the powers of this creative energy. 27. Thought is creative vibration, and the quality of the conditions created will depend upon the quality of our thought, because we cannot express powers which we do not possess. We must be before we can do, only to the extent to which we are, and so what we will do will necessarily coincide with what we are, and what we are depends upon what we think. 28. Every time you think, you start a train of causation, which will create a condition in a strict accordance with the quality of the thought which originated it. Thought which is in harmony with the universal mind will result in corresponding conditions. Thought which is destructive or discordant will produce corresponding results. You may use thought constructively or destructively, but the immutable law will not allow you to plant a thought of one kind and reap the fruit of another. You are free to use this marvelous creative power as you will, but you must take the consequences. 29. This is the danger from what is called willpower. There are those who seem to think that by force of will they can coerce this law, that they can sow seed of one kind and by willpower make it bear fruit of another. But the fundamental principle of creative power is in the universal, and therefore the idea of forcing a compliance with our wishes by the power of the individual will is an inverted conception which may appear to succeed for a while but is eventually doomed to failure, because it antagonizes the very power which it is seeking to use. 30. It is the individual attempting to coerce the universal, the finite, in conflict with the infinite. Our permanent well-being will be best served by a conscious cooperation with the continuous forward movement of the great whole. 31. For your exercise this week, go into the silence and concentrate on the fact that in him we live and move and have our being is literally and scientifically exact. That you are because he is. If he is omnipresent, he must be in you. That if he is all in all, you must be in him. That he is spirit and you are made in his image and likeness, and that the only difference between his spirit and your spirit is one of degree. That a part must be in the same in kind as in quality as a whole. When you can realize this clearly, you will have found the secret of the creative power of thought. You will have found the origin of both good and evil. You will have found the secret of the wonderful power of concentration. You will have found the key to the solution of every problem, whether physical, financial, or environmental. The end. truth and falsehood strangely mixed. The power to think consecutively and deeply and clearly is an avowed and deadly enemy to mistakes and blunders. Superstitions, unscientific theories, irrational beliefs, unbridled enthusiasm, fanaticism. Haddock. Part 20. Study questions with answers. 191. Upon what condition does power depend? Upon recognition and use. 192. What is recognition? Consciousness. 193. How do we become conscious of power? By thinking. 194. What then is the true business of life? Correct scientific thinking. 195. What is correct scientific thinking? The ability to adjust our thought processes to the will of the universal. In other words, to cooperate with natural laws. 196. How is this accomplished? By securing a perfect understanding of the principles, forces, methods, and combinations of mind. 197. What is this universal mind? The basic fact of all existence. 198. What is the cause of all lack, limitation, disease, and discord? It is due to the operation of exactly the same law. The law operates relentlessly and is continually bringing about conditions in correspondence with the thought which originated or created them. 199. What is inspiration? The art of realizing the omnipresence of omniscience. 200. Upon what do the conditions with which we meet depend? Upon the quality of our thought, because what we do depends upon what we are, and what we are depends upon what we think.